Hello to all that have joined us. Thank you for attending today's session. We will allow a few moments for folks to get in and we will get started soon.
Your favorites are returning to spill it all.
It's a reunion show, Mommy.
Surprise guest. Watch Responsibility Island, the reunion episode.
Can't wait to go back to prison.
Streaming now on YouTube.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining your Columbus Minority Business Assistance Center. I am Rosita Torres, one of the certification and outreach specialists. Today, we are joining all of you for Lunch and Learn How to Create a Capability Statement, which will be hosted and presented by our business advisor, Cherie Wallace. Cherie, I'll hand it to you now.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you again for joining us. As Rosita stated, we will be discussing how to create a capability statement. All right, so here we go. All right, so what is a capability statement? A capability statement is a promotion promotional or marketing statement about your business and its capabilities and skills that advertises who you are and what you do. So some of the points that I want to discuss with you all today are some of the requirements for the capability statement and the importance of it. So they're required in many government registration processes, proof of qualities and past performances. It sets you apart from your competitors and it opens doors for new opportunities. Your capability statement should state and must be tailored to your audience. So that's very important when you're creating your capability statements. You'll end up having numerous statements as you continue to apply for different contracting opportunities. So some of your target audience would be your customer, the client, partner collaboration, investor, and funder. The capability statement format should look like this. It should be one page is recommended. You may have 2 pages, front and back. It should be created in Word or Publisher, and it should be a living document. So we definitely want to speak to what it means to be a living document. It means it should be frequently updated to reflect the current information or circumstances. And in terms of also, I want to just go back for one moment. You want to make sure that your capability statement is actually labeled. It should be labeled at the top of the document. The term is known by the government for contracting decision makers, and it indicates that you have an understanding and knowledge of the contracting process. We'll continue to go to the bullet point in changing to match their target needs. So this is what I was referring to a moment ago regarding how you'll have many capability statements depending upon what contractors you are trying to get contracting with, in addition to whoever your target client is, as the previous post was showing you all. It should be in a PDF format. The file should be small and ready to be emailed or printed. In terms of changing for your target audience, it should show the skills that you possess for that target audience. It should be thoughtful. I would also recommend thoughtful and truthful when you're giving the information about your skills. You do not want to say that you can perform duties that you're not unable to. If it's not factual, do not put it on your capability statement. We'll go over the 5 key elements a little later in the process. And again, it should provide a real solution. Again, this must be an honest description of your skills and abilities on what services you can offer. Your capability statement should also contain your logo or any other branding elements. So this is an image of a capability statement. It shows what the company's name is. It has capability statement up here at the top. It goes over the company overview, the core competencies, and the differentiators, as well as your past performances and NAICS codes. And we'll get a little bit more deeper into those here in a moment as we continue through the presentation. So capability statement, why, where, and how should I use it? It's used to build relationships, virtual emails, websites, blogs, and social media. This is just to name a few situations where you would want to be prepared to market yourself for business opportunities. You want to have a capability statement for when you're going to agency and social events, matchmaking events, conferences, vendor outreach sessions, and as a prime contractor to an agency and or team member to other companies. And I do want to make sure that I reference what a prime contractor is for those of you that may not be aware. Prime contractors work directly with the government. They're the ones that manage any subcontractors and are responsible for ensuring that the work is completed and defined in the contract. So to become a prime contractor, you must first register your business with the System for Award Management, or SAM.gov. And you also want to continue at, the last bullet point in contracting and acquisition staff. So these are the places that you would use your capability statement to gain that opportunity to have your business, have the opportunity of bidding on contracts. What will an impactful capability statement do for you? It sets you apart from your competitors. It opens doors for new agencies and opportunities. It entices customers to consider your business, mitigates the risk, satisfies specific requests, and proves you understand your industry or market and can deliver. So it's very important that you set yourself apart. You want to make sure that you offer an additional skill set or a service that your competitor may not. So we want to make sure that you're definitely showing the contracting company your skills that you have available. And in terms of mitigating the risk, it refers to the strategy of planning and developing options to reduce threats faced by businesses. This is very important. They want to make sure that you understand the risks associated with taking on these contracts. And you want to make sure that you satisfy specific requests and proves that you understand your industry. It helps to ensure that you have the ability to perform duties to effectively complete the job. That is imperative when you are selling yourself to businesses to become the contractor on with these bidding opportunities. So here's the 5 areas of focus that you want on your capability statement. Core competencies, capabilities, differentiators, including facilities and equipment, past performance, contact information, corporate data, including commodity, NAICS codes, PSC, and certification. So with this, you want to make sure a short introduction statement relating to the company's core competencies to the agency's specific needs, followed by keyword heavy bullet points. So you want to make sure that you're actually exaggerating and showing with your capability statements the things that you're able to do and the functions that you're able to do with heavy bullet points or in bold print. It should provide information on the business core expertise. It does not have to show everything that your business is capable of doing, but it should show them that you are able to handle and that you have the skills to be able to be productive in this opportunity and on these contracts, whatever their need or skill sets that's necessary. You want to make sure that what makes you truly different from your competitors, such as unique products, performances, or features, exceptional service, technology, quality, exceptional skill, or experience. It's very important that you show why they would want to work with your company. And in terms of listing past customers for whom you've done similar work for, you want to prioritize by the corporation related businesses. So what that means is that if you're trying to get a contract with a waste management company and you've worked with previous waste management companies, you want to make sure that that's on top and then work down in terms of other contracting opportunities that you've had in the past. So related businesses should be first, again, depending upon your target audience. You want to make sure that you display with any commercial contracts, then state, local, nationwide contracts. This shows your business's qualifications and how you can benefit the customer for the contracts. You also want to make sure that your contact information is self-explanatory. This provides them the information needed to contact you and helps you build relationships. You want to make sure that everyone knows, hey, if Acme Business is able to do this information, how can I reach them? You also want to make sure that the elements that you're providing them that have all of your industry codes, such as your NAICS codes, contracting numbers, any certifications that can assist you and make sure that you are differentiating yourself and highlighting the things that will make you a perfect fit for this opportunity. It's very important to also stress that if you have any certifications, the federal government works to make sure small businesses get at least 23% of all federal contracting dollars. Some large contracts can't be awarded directly to small businesses. However, the government requires a small business subcontracting as a part of the award. So while the Ohio Department of Development has a 15% set aside requirement for minority business enterprise or MBE contracts, that's why it's very important that you make sure that you provide that information on your capability statement. And our MBAC department can assist you with becoming state certified as well. So that's very important to know if you're not currently certified. Here's another image of a capability statement. This one, you can see that they have a lot of information. Look like they've been in the industry for quite a while, and it provides different codes as well. It has their NAICS codes, their different company designations, as well as their the sectors that they have performed in and core competencies. So we also want to show you that this is one that was front and back. So this would be considered a two-pager. You never wanted your capabilities statement to be exactly 2 pages, just 1 page and then front and back if necessary. Okay. So I want to also provide you all with some tips and leave you with some tips in terms of making sure that you have what's necessary for your success in creating your capability statements. So some of the tips are tailor the capability statement to the target audience. Make sure you have one for each business, your contracting opportunity that you're targeting. Use their terminology. It's very important that if one company uses a certain terminology, another company uses different terminology, that whoever you are targeting, that you reword your capability statement to use their terminology so they understand that you understand their business and their industry. And you have many versions, again, one for each target. Make sure that you make sure that the file is small. You want to make sure that when you're saving your capability statement in a PDF and offering it digitally, say, for an example, your name, your company name, and capability statement in .pdf. You want to keep it as simple as possible. So for instance, for me, if I had a construction company, it would be saved Wallace Construction Capability Statement .pdf, just for an example for you all. And most importantly, you want to make sure that you have an elevator pitch. When introducing you or your business, highlighting key skills or benefits, and include a clear call to action within 30 to 60 seconds. So it's very important in terms of your elevator pitch that you have the 3 C's for elevator pitch, which are clear, concise, and compelling. A clear pitch uses simple language without jargon. Concise means keep it brief, ideally 30 seconds or less, no longer than 60 seconds. And a compelling pitch is interesting and relevant, encouraging further conversation, whether you're networking or on a job search. So it's very important. This is your opportunity to sell yourself. I also want to provide you 7 steps to create a perfect 1-minute elevator pitch if you're not aware of how to do so. One would be cordial, start with who you are, state what you do. So discuss your product or what solution you solve, and identify the types of organizations you have served. State what makes you different, state what you want to happen next, and put it together. So here are some of the tips that I feel will make sure that you're successful and have an impactful capability statement. Thank you all for joining us, and I'm going to give it back to Rosita.
Thank you so much for an awesome presentation, Shuri. That was useful information that I can say will be very beneficial as you continue to work with the Minority Business Assistance Center. It will need to be a part of any approach that you take to contract opportunities, procurement opportunities. So if you need additional assistance, please feel free to reach out to us, and Cherie can do some one-on-one counseling with you to make sure that your capability statement is ready to go. So now I'm going to turn it over to our lovely administrative assistant, Ms. Danielle Pierre, and she will begin for the question answered portion.
All right, thank you, Rosita. Thank you all for attending us here. Definitely want to take the time, as she said, to answer some of your questions. So you may go ahead and start to ask your questions in the chat. Thank you very much. We have our first one from Ms. Rachel Pixie. Who do we contact for assistance on our capability statements? Overall, you just contact our Department of Minority Business Assistance Center. If you are a current client, you can go directly to the MBAC website, where you can go ahead and just schedule your appointment, or you can shoot us an email at mbac@cul.org, and I'll be able to assist you with sending you the scheduling links to schedule your appointment. Who you specifically would like to schedule your appointment with would be our business advisor, Cherie Wallace. You can keep those questions coming. All right. If we don't have questions, that is definitely okay. Sheree definitely did an excellent job of presenting the who, what, when, where, and why. Of course, this session will be recorded and displayed on YouTube University here for you on our YouTube channel. In addition, I will also be sending all participants and anyone who registered for the event this presentation as well. And again, if you're interested in getting some assistance with writing your capability statement or even having somebody review the capability statement, I'll send you information on how you can again continue to connect with our services. Keith Ferguson to access, I don't know if this is a statement or a question, but it just says nonprofit applications. Could you clarify?
Keith, would you be able to expand on your question regarding nonprofit applications?
All right. So we're just going to keep going forward, and if this question comes, we'll keep going. How useful? Okay, thank you. How useful would this be in applying for contracts? Something that Cherie said with the capability statement. Most times when you are, let's say, you're networking or you are engaging with those contracts, there are certain pieces of information in your business portfolio that they would need. That capability statement would be one because that directly tells what your capabilities are, what services you can provide them with. So they are very useful in your contracting as you're going for contracts. All right. So again, we keep going forward here. I believe I'm going to be passing the baton back to Rosita here.
Thank you so much. If we could forward to the next slide. So we would like to continue to remind you all that the Minority Business Assistance Center is here to empower you through your entrepreneurial journeys, specifically through our centers. We have several that are available throughout the state of Ohio. On the next slide, you'll see a map of the regions that the MBAC office covers, including the one for Central Ohio. For the next slide, please. So as you can see in this very light blue area, this is the territory that we cover ourselves in Columbus. That'll be 18 counties. However, if you're visiting us from another region, there are specific MBAC offices that are available for you in those areas. On our next slide, you'll be able to meet our team, which is led by our wonderful regional director, Ms. Andrea Wilkes. As you've been introduced already, we have our program administrator, Danielle Pierre. We recently brought on Hope Jackaway for supplier and access and opportunity management. And then we also have Heather Landon, who is our trusted financial coach. Another MBAC certification specialist will be Madison Lloyd. I've introduced myself, Rosita Torres, who is, of course, certification outreach specialist as well. And our presenter today was Cherie Wallace, one of our business advisors. So with the capability statement, that'll help you for your contract opportunities, but another resource that'll assist in that process will be your state certifications. Our office provides you guidance through that journey of becoming either minority-owned certified, women-owned certified, having the EDGE certification, which stands for Encouraging Diversity, Growth, and Equity, or even having the veteran-friendly certification, which is for veteran business owners themselves or those that employ veterans or active duty members. The certification process will allow you to have opportunities for lending services that are available through the state, as well as the contract opportunities that your capability statement would be able to assist with. We also provide technical assistance, whether it be some internal technical aspects of your business or simply helping you through the technical side of the certification process. So once we're able to gather all your documents for that, we can move forward with the application and we'll have hand-on guidance for that process. And also through contracting. So we've recently brought on Hope Jackaway to assist us in this area to make stronger connections with vendors and suppliers so that we can connect you directly with those contract opportunities. We have an excellent resource of the Apex Accelerator that will help you build out your bids for those contracts. And we actually have a special event this Friday that we can provide details for you in regards to that. And then, of course, although Cherie presented today for the capability statement, as I mentioned before, she will be able to provide that hands-on guidance to go through your own capability statement to see if there's any room for opportunities there. We also provide assistance through capital access. So with our team introductions that I provided just a moment ago, there was Heather Landon, who is our financial coach. Not only does she provide assistance through the certification process with some of the financial documents, if you're prepared to move forward with some lending opportunities from the state, which there are several options available for your business needs, she can walk you through that process so that you're more prepared when applying for a loan through the state of Ohio. And at this time, to close up with a few details, I'm going to hand it back over to our program administrator, Danielle Pierre.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So not only are we placed at the Columbus Urban League, but we also have a direct tie to the Minority Business Development Division. They are the other reason that we exist and are able to provide these opportunities. Of course, the Minority Business Development Division offers an area of services as well. So we want to ensure that you all have the information on how to connect with them as well. So if you take your phones, you can take that QR code, it will take you right to their website. Next slide. All right. In addition to not only connecting with the MBDD, we want to also be able to make sure you're able to directly connect with the Columbus Minority Business Assistance Center. This QR code will take you directly to our program page, which goes into description about what services we offer, how you can connect and begin our services by completing our simple intake registration form. It is a requirement to connect with us, having that form complete. Once you complete the form, it takes me about 1 to 2 business days to go ahead and process it and connect you with our specialist, where you will receive an additional email inviting you to schedule an appointment to have a one-on-one session with them. Our services are available for free, and they are by appointment only. So we don't. That is something that, again, is a requirement to get time with the specialist. It's important for us, for all business owners, to have that dedicated one-on-one time. So it is crucial to, again, complete that intake form and schedule your appointment. Next slide. All right, so we do want to thank you all for attending our reoccurring Lunch and Learn series here. You can always join us for a different class or a topic every second and fourth Thursday of the month, where we are, again, presenting on a variety of different topics. For today, we really would appreciate your feedback for today's learning piece, and let us know how we did. Let us know some things that you're interested in the future so we can continue to curate a positive experience for you. So taking your phone out and scanning that QR code just to take a few moments to answer a couple questions here for us. Other than that, we appreciate you for being here with us. You will receive a follow-up email that will, again, have this survey in case you missed it. So we'll also have an opportunity for you to rewatch today's presentation and give you a direct link to our YouTube channel. In addition, you'll get some information about our next upcoming events as well. Next slide. We thank you again for joining us on behalf of the Columbus Urban League and the Department of Development. We wish you much success in your continued business journey and have a wonderful rest of your day and weekend.